Once the ultimate name in Italian glamour, Dolce & Gabbana dressed the world's elite. From Madonna and Monica Bellucci to Kylie Jenner and Beyoncé. With lace corsets, Sicilian flair, and over-the-top opulence, they didn't just design clothes, they crafted drama. But somewhere between the runways and red carpets, things got messy. Very messy. Today, their brand stands at the center of boycotts, cultural backlash, and fashion world skepticism. So what exactly happened? How did this powerhouse duo fall so far from grace? Grab your espresso or your tea, because the story of Dolce & Gabbana's rise and fall is dripping with scandal, drama, and enough fashion faux pas to fill a Milan catwalk. Our story begins in 1980s Milan. Two young designers, Domenico Dolce, a Sicilian tailor's son, and Stefano Gabbana, a graphic designer from Milan, met while working at the same fashion house. Their chemistry was instant, both professionally and romantically. Within a few years, they launched Dolce & Gabbana, debuting their first women's collection in 1985 at Milan Fashion Week. Their aesthetic? Bold, sensual, Southern Italian to the bone. They brought Sicilian widow chic to the runway, draped women in black lace, corsets, and curve-hugging silhouettes. While others were minimal and modern, they celebrated passion, religion, and raw sex appeal. Their big break came in 1993, when Madonna wore a jewel-studded D&G bra and jacket on her girly show tour. Just like that, the brand went global. By the early 2000s, Dolce & Gabbana had transformed into a luxury mega brand. Fashion lines for men and women? Check. Perfume empire? Absolutely. Accessories, makeup, and even a celebrity fan base including Naomi Campbell, Kylie Minogue, and Scarlett Johansson? Triple check. They leaned hard into Italian culture. Think Sicilian folklore, Catholic iconography, oversized gold jewelry, and endless homages to Mediterranean femininity. Their ads were cinematic, their shows were over the top, and their message was loud. Dolce & Gabbana wasn't just fashion, it was fantasy. But beneath the fantasy, trouble started brewing. In 2008, whispers of financial irregularities turned into a full-blown scandal. Italian authorities accused Dolce & Gabbana of avoiding taxes by shifting their brand's control to a shell company in Luxembourg. The trial dragged on for years. At one point, both men were convicted and sentenced to 18 months in jail, though the sentence was eventually overturned. Still, the damage to their reputation was done. Suddenly, Dolce & Gabbana weren't just edgy designers, they were controversial figures. But that was just the beginning. If the tax scandal was bad, what came next was worse. A string of PR disasters that unfolded almost entirely online. In 2012, Stefano Gabbana allegedly responded to online criticism by insulting a commenter's looks and finances. Not the best look for a luxury brand. In 2015, the duo caused global outrage when they called children born via IVF synthetic and said same-sex couples shouldn't have kids. The backlash was swift. Elton John launched a boycott. Celebs like Courtney Love and Ricky Martin joined in. Social media exploded with hashtag boycott Dolce Gabbana. Rather than apologize, Stefano doubled down, defending their comments and sparking further outrage. But their biggest downfall came in 2018. Dolce & Gabbana launched a campaign in China featuring a Chinese model struggling to eat Italian food with chopsticks, including pizza and cannoli. The tone-deaf videos were seen as patronizing, racist, and culturally insensitive. Then, alleged Instagram DMs from Stefano Gabbana were leaked, showing him calling China the country of poop emojis and saying, "We live in a country of clown emojis." Whether the DMs were real or hacked, the fallout was catastrophic. Chinese celebrities pulled out of D&G's Shanghai fashion show, and the show was canceled last minute. Major e-commerce platforms like Alibaba and JD.com dropped the brand. Sales in China plummeted, a market that made up a huge portion of their revenue. Their brand's relationship with Asia has never fully recovered. After the China scandal, the duo released an apology video, but many thought it was stiff and insincere. Stefano mumbled through the statement while Domenico stared blankly. They claimed ignorance of cultural sensitivities. Not a great defense for a global brand operating in a multicultural world. Fashion insiders began distancing themselves. Critics slammed the brand as out of touch. Younger consumers, especially Gen Z, labeled them toxic and canceled them on TikTok and Twitter. Despite the backlash, Dolce & Gabbana is still in business and still privately owned by its founders. They've doubled down on Italian nationalism and traditional values, resisting trends like diversity-focused marketing or gender-fluid designs. While they've had recent runway shows and some celebrity placements, the brand's image remains stained. Their attempts to make a comeback have often been undercut by lingering resentment and public distrust. In an era where brands are expected to be inclusive, humble, and culturally sensitive, Dolce & Gabbana often feels like a relic of the past. Now, it's time for our 15 fun facts and secrets about Dolce & Gabbana. Buckle up! Fun fact number 1. They were a couple first, designers second. Domenico and Stefano dated for over 20 years before breaking up, but kept working together. Talk about professional boundaries. Number 2. They once designed costumes for Beyoncé, Madonna, and Kylie Minogue. Their influence wasn't just on the runway. It shaped pop culture across music too. Fun fact number 3. Their first fashion show had no budget, so models dressed themselves. In 1985, they couldn't afford accessories or makeup artists, so friends pitched in, and history was made. Number 4. They own the brand 100% themselves. Most major luxury brands are part of conglomerates like LVMH or Kering. Not D&G, they kept control, for better or worse. Fun fact number 5. They created a custom lipstick for Sophia Loren. It was a love letter to Italian cinema and their longtime muse. Number 6. They were the first designers to use influencers on the runway. In 2017, they caused buzz and backlash by having social media stars walk their show instead of models. Fun fact number 7. Their Sicily-themed perfume line was a personal tribute. Each scent in the collection reflects a different memory from Domenico Dolce's childhood in Sicily. Number 8. They've been fined millions for tax fraud, but still live lavishly. Despite legal troubles, their lavish lifestyle hasn't slowed down. Fun fact number 9. They once sold a bejeweled dress for over $500,000. It featured real gems, gold thread, and religious iconography. The buyer? Still unknown. Number 10. Their brand was banned from some Chinese platforms for years. After the chopstick scandal, China erased D&G from major retailers, a rare move. Fun fact number 11. They designed costumes for Romeo and Juliet in 1996. Yep, they helped create the lavish party outfits in Baz Luhrmann's film. Number 12. They publicly fought with celebs, including Miley Cyrus and Selena Gomez. Gabbana once called Selena Gomez ugly on Instagram. Seriously? Fun fact number 13. They reject gender-neutral fashion. Unlike brands embracing fluidity, D&G say they design for real men and real women. Critics call that outdated. Number 14. They once sold pasta-inspired accessories. No joke. Handbags shaped like spaghetti cans and rigatoni earrings were part of a runway show. And fun fact number 15. They tried to rebrand with NFTs. In 2021, they jumped on the NFT craze, auctioning digital fashion pieces, but it didn't bring the comeback they hoped. The story of Dolce & Gabbana isn't just about fashion. It's about hubris, cancel culture, and the cost of not evolving with the times. Once the kings of Italian luxury, Domenico and Stefano now find themselves struggling to reclaim the relevance they once had. They say fashion is cyclical, but when you burn bridges instead of mending them, coming back might be harder than it looks. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and be the first to be notified when we post a new video. Thanks for watching.